Hello everyone, it's me, Please Play My Game, and recently I saw a couple of people on a Retro Studio Discord having trouble with making the zombie, making custom zombies, like this one over here where he has his arms raised and is moving and stuff. This is all done with block and meshes, so it really just leads down to like the knowledge of Roblox Studio in general. So I'd like to share a couple of tips of mine to make magic happen. So yeah, let's get started. So first we're gonna get rid of this one. So we're gonna insert one fresh from the toolbox. First of all, unanchor the zombies. Now we can finally get started. By the way, if you're gonna drag around zombies, it'll like automatically weld them to the ground, as you can see here. So yeah, that's that. Raise them up a bit like this. Let's make the zombie I just made earlier. Feel free to follow along as always. So we're gonna duplicate the right arm by pressing Control D, or just right clicking on it and press. There's no duplication, so just use the combo Control and D. So we're gonna rotate the right arm. So I'm gonna drag it like that. You can manually move it like this, but I like to drag it to make it to make sure that the part is actually touching the zombie's limbs. Also, you cannot change the orientation or the positionings of the limbs, of the actual limbs of the zombie, or else it'll break. So we basically have to rely on the block mesh and stuff. Now we're going to insert a special mesh. You can just like tap up mesh and it'll come up. Double click to insert it. Now meshes are simple. There's free values, free vector free fall values. The only thing we need to know is scales and offsets. Offset is pretty simple. If you know what XYZ values are, then good for you. But if you don't, guess you'll have to guess then. The offsets are simple. It's like changes the positions of the mesh. By the way, it doesn't change the position of the part. It only changes the position of the mesh. Take the mesh as like the visual aspect of the part, and right and the actual part to be the actual part, the collision of it. Let's put it back to 0, 0, 0. Since it's a head, you can't scale it. It has to be the same size of the actual part to change it like that. So yeah, we're gonna go here and we're gonna go to the mesh type and change into brick like that. Now we can actually change the scale of it. As you can see, I just did that. We got the thing we wanted. Now we're gonna put the offset like so. Just make this arm, the right arm, the actual arm, invisible. And yeah, look at that. We have a raised arm. So yeah, we're gonna weld the stud. You can just like go to the right arm and like changes and go down here to find the surface and changes right there, but I like to just go in there and do it myself like a surgeon. So let's do it to the other arm as well. Since we already got the mesh, we can just copy and paste it and drag it over there. Drag it, alright, and make the left arm invisible. Go to transparency and make it 1. 1 is like the maximum transparency. can't get more transparent than that. So yeah, you have a raised arm zombie now. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's see if it works. Wow, look at that, it works. And it chases the player after it being like born. And yeah, look at that, pretty cool. Wow. So as you can see, there's a little lighting error. Like, look at, there's like a shadow there. You can easily fix that by putting it into a zombie. Boom, it's gone now. And from my personal experience, it's more helpful to change the name of the parts to fake arm to find out the difference and customize it more easily. And yeah, now we have a zombie with a raised arm. Also, another thing you need to know, that if you're gonna use like a clothed zombie, then you're out of luck, because the fake limbs doesn't carry the actual clothes. So now let's make a zombie with a tool. Pretty simple. Let's just get rid of this arm, because we want a zombie with only one weapon. You can also put a gear in the zombie, but it's pretty shoddy and I wouldn't recommend it. So you'll need to open Roblox Studio for this. So yeah. Now that we're in Roblox Studio, as you can see, I already got a hammer model from the toolboxes. If you need to, you know, just type up hammer mesh and, well, actually, let's use a sledgehammer. That's cooler. So yeah, we got the sledgehammer mesh. We go to the mesh. You need Explore open, by the way. It should be you should find it in View, and over here you can, yeah. So now let's go to the sledgehammer that is in the Explorer by just clicking on it, and yeah, and press this arrow to make it show the mesh. There's two IDs here. One is the mesh ID, that's like the model. Oh yeah, we need to make the hitbox of the mesh as well. Let's rename it to the hammer, big hammer. So simple enough. You take the mesh ID, you copy and paste it to this recording thing, and as you can see, there's the model, but it's kind of scuffed, so you need to rotate it on. Yeah. Also, there's no textures yet, so let's go to the texture ID and copy and paste it as well. And there we go. We have a zombie with a sledgehammer, a small one. That's the problem. You need to go here and take the actual scale to copy and paste it. And yeah, we have the full meal. As you can see, the sledgehammer is not actually touching the zombie's hand. It's like he's not even holding it. He's just using levitation and stuff. So we play the game. Also, don't forget, put it in the zombie model. We can see that. Oh crap, we forgot to weld it. Boom, weld it. He's holding it, and now he's going to back. However, as you can see, the arms of the zombie are not very fitting for a guy that's casually holding a sledgehammer like that. So, as you can see, I got him the big guns. You know, the arms that actually make sense for for a man of his size. So we're just gonna just go to the fake arm and insert the mesh ID. Like so. Look at that. It kind of looks better. But better is better, and you can't get better than that. Also, if you don't want the arms to be moving, you can just make it so that the fake arms are connected to the torso instead. Now we have a zombie with an arm that doesn't move, unlike this one. Another thing I like to do with zombies with tools is to copy and paste the lava script to the tool so that the hitbox is accurate. Change the damage affect NPCs, no, and yeah. Ouchie. Now we're gonna move on to the rotations. Okay. Normally with welds, you can't just make it so that the arms are like rotated in a funny way like that and expect it to stick. No, they'll just fall off. So you'll need to think outside of the box for this, and you'll need the wedge or the corner wedge if you want to be fancy. I'm just gonna make it one stud. You can either use the corner wedge or the wedge. Both things are the same, but I like to use the wedge to keep it simple. So now I'm gonna put the arm out of the zombies, so it's more easy to edit it. We're gonna drag the wedge to the zombie and rotate it to our desired angle, and it'll naturally rotate to the wedge it, and you can move it so that it's more accurate. Don't forget to weld it. Also, don't forget to weld the wedges so that it sticks. Now, I like to call the wedges a connector because it technically connects the fake limbs to the actual limbs. And alright, fake arm. Gonna change the mesh's offset. That seems pretty accurate. Now we're gonna make the wedge invisible, or the connector. And now we can finally put it into the zombie. Do the same for the other arm, or just copy and paste. Now to keep it tidy, we're gonna group it. So yeah, doesn't affect the zombie, so don't worry about it. And if we play it, the arm, yeah, it rotates. Now you can do plenty of things with this, like the generic army dude, where has his arms a little bit rotated. If I just make the weld turn visible, as you see, the wedge is a little bit more thinner, so to give the fake limb to get the fake limb rotated more. So yeah. Now we're gonna actually make something out of this. We're gonna start with this guy. We're gonna make like a cool assassin dude. done with the Dark Assassin dude. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Oh. Ah. And it works. Look at that. Very cool. So in conclusion, to make custom zombies, you need to use meshes and welds to stick the custom-made arms to the zombie. And to provide another example, let's take this dude for an example. Slow or No from Cry Fear. I love Cry Fear. You should play the game. It's free. It has multiple heads, and I think you know what's happening here, but I'll explain it anyways. The head, the actual part of the head, are like here, but I made it so that the mesh displays otherwise. So it looks like this guy, he's just built different. All right, and yeah. That's another example. By the way, another thing. When you kill zombies, their like weapons still remain, so it's probably good to like just make it so their weapons are non-collide, so that the weapons fall through, so players won't accidentally step on the weapon and get killed. Also, before you go, I wanna announce that I am actually hosting a contest, sorta. So if you wanna enter, you can just make a zombie and then DM me, and then take a screenshot and DM me the picture of your zombie, or you'll also get extra points recording the zombies chasing you and stuff. So yeah, it's basically a fun little contest to see what people can make from my tutorial. And yeah, if you win, you'll get, I don't know, this paint bucket. Yeah, so yeah, you better put on your A game. You might miss out on that bucket of paint. So yeah, peace.